set up. You gotta get out of there.
They're gonna kill you.
Which ones?
All of them!
It's been a while since we caught up on James Cameron's latest projects, especially regarding Alita Battle Angel 2 and 3. But guess what? There's been a bunch of new information swirling around about those, along with some updates on Avatar movies 3 and 4. So, let's jump right in and explore everything we've got on the radar. Battle Angels 2 and 3. Released back in 2019, Robert Rodriguez's adaptation of the Japanese manga Gundam, known in English as Battle Angel Alita, had a decent run, earning some positive reviews and doing okay at the box office. But it didn't exactly set the world on fire, and those planned sequels, well, they've been stuck in limbo. But hold up, because in a recent chat with Forbes, James Cameron dropped a little bombshell while explaining why he's ditching his California mansion. In his spiel, he kinda hints that those Alita sequels are still on the cards. There are no juicy details or timelines yet, but it looks like he'll be juggling development alongside his Avatar gig. Here's the scoop, straight from Cameron. And on Avatar, I'm working in Wellington and Los Angeles. And on the new Alita Battle Angel films, I'll be working in Austin, so it just didn't make sense for us anymore. Now, Cameron's been dropping hints about Alita 2 and 3 for a while. Rodriguez spilled the beans that Cameron had some rough storylines mapped out, and there's been a lot of buzz from the stars and crew itching to dive back in. But hey, despite the buzz, Disney, who now owns 20th Century Studios, hasn't officially given the green light for more Alita adventures just yet. The holdup? Well, the first flick, while it didn't flop, didn't exactly rake in Avengers-level cash. Plus, Disney swooped in and shook things up by buying up studios. But hey, Alita's got a fierce cult following, and with Cameron's recent Avatar success, it's got folks thinking that maybe, just maybe, those sequels might finally get the go-ahead. Now, Cameron's chatter about Alita Battle Angel 3 is raising eyebrows. Typically, you'd wait to see how the second flick does before planning a third, right? But maybe Cameron's got a master plan up his sleeve, like shooting them back-to-back, Avatar style. Whatever the case, if Alita 2 and 3 are really gearing up, an official word from Disney shouldn't be too far off. Fingers crossed. Speaking of the cast for Alita Battle Angel 2, one thing's for sure, Rosa Salazar, who rocked it as Alita herself, is totally down for round 2. In fact, she's been pretty vocal about it, saying she'll keep fighting for Alita 2 until the end of time. And hey, with her dedication, it's hard to imagine anyone else stepping into those cyborg shoes. But what about the rest of the gang? Well, chances are we'll see some familiar faces back in action. Edward Norton might make a sinister return as the villainous Nova, while Christoph Waltz could reprise his role as Alita's father figure. And Lana Condor, who brought Koyami to life in the original flick, has been dropping hints about wanting to dive back into that world. She's all about exploring more of the vast IP, so fingers crossed for her return. And hey, here's some good news from Jeff Fahey, who played bounty hunter McTeague. He's feeling optimistic, hinting at reuniting with director Robert Rodriguez for Battle Angel 2. I like working with Robert Rodriguez, Fahey said, crossing his fingers for a summer shoot. It sounds like he's ready to strap back into those bounty hunter boots. With the sequel officially confirmed following Cameron's comments, it's looking like we could be gearing up for another epic adventure in the world of Alita. I can't wait to see where this journey takes us. With that said, let's dive into the news that Avatar 3 will shake things up. It sounds like a new narrator, potentially revealing more than James Cameron intended. While the Avatar series has enjoyed immense success, it's not known for its major plot twists. While surprises are sprinkled throughout both Avatar and Avatar: The Way of Water, Cameron's sci-fi saga generally follows a familiar narrative path. This isn't necessarily a drawback, as Avatar thrives on its immersive world rather than plot twists. However, Natalium's death at the end of Avatar: The Way of Water marks a significant departure from the series' usual storytelling. But all eyes are on Avatar 3 now, especially after star Jack Champion hinted at a bombshell moment that will leave audiences reeling. This move makes sense, as Avatar 3 needs to captivate viewers before the subsequent films in the franchise. Unlike its predecessors, Avatar 3 doesn't boast groundbreaking technological advancements or benefit from a lengthy hiatus from the big screen. The revelation that Loak will narrate Avatar 3 hints at a potential shift in the series' central character dynamics. Cameron's previous comments suggest that Jake Sully may meet his end in Avatar 3, with Loak poised to take center stage. This transition would neatly tie up both characters' arcs from earlier films, with Jake's son stepping into the role of the franchise's hero. While Neytiri is promised a more prominent role in Avatar 3, it seems fitting for Loak and Jake to take the spotlight as the sequel's main characters. Jake's journey of self-discovery in Avatar and his son's assertion of independence in Avatar: The Way of Water pave the way for this narrative shift. With Loak's character development and Jake's story reaching its climax, Avatar 3 appears poised to deliver a fitting conclusion to Jake's arc. It seems like Jake Sully's demise would make a lot of sense in Avatar 3, especially considering the need for a change in the franchise formula. In Avatar: The Way of Water, characters like Kiri, Spider, Loak, and Neteyam stole the spotlight with their compelling stories, overshadowing Jake's plot. Killing off Jake could address this issue, allowing Avatar 3 to bid farewell to its original hero. Back in the 2009 Avatar, Jake served as the audience's gateway into Pandora's world, but by the time Avatar: The Way of Water rolled around, his role felt somewhat outdated. While newer characters like Kiri hinted at taking center stage in Avatar 3, Jake's narrative seemed to be running on repeat, recycling themes from the first movie. His character arc had reached its limits, and his death could inject some much-needed freshness into the series. Jack Champion's recent tease about Avatar 3's screenplay taking a dramatic turn further fuels speculation about Jake's potential demise. With the focus shifting towards characters like Loak and Kiri, it's becoming increasingly apparent that Jake may not be the franchise's linchpin anymore. Plus, Jake's role as the leader in the Na'vi resistance has always emphasized collective action over individual prowess, making his death a plausible scenario for the series' evolution. As for Avatar 4, the introduction of new characters suggests a natural progression for the franchise's evolution. With fresh faces entering the mix, Avatar is primed for a new chapter that could breathe new life into the series. Avatar 4 and 5 are going to need higher stakes, which means the franchise might have to stick to its guns when it comes to character deaths. Bringing back every deceased character as the series progresses just wouldn't feel right. One way to navigate this could be to have the villains target Eywa directly. Since Earth will be featured in Avatar 5, it's conceivable that a Pandoran neural network could face devastation from human invasions. This could destroy vital connections like the Metkayina's Spirit Tree and the Tree of Souls, severing the Na'vi's link to their deceased ancestors. However, this direction could complicate the resolution of certain plot points introduced in Avatar 3. Avatar: The Way of Water hints at Kiri becoming a more central figure in Avatar 3, especially with her display of unexplained powers. But if her ability to communicate with grace is tied solely to Eywa, the potential destruction of the sacred tree by the RDA in Avatar 3 would have profound consequences. Kiri's role in resisting human occupation could be crucial, but she might lose her only connection to her past if Eywa is destroyed following the events of Avatar: The Way of Water. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below.